All right, let's just dive right into this because we've all been there, right? You need a new printer. You walk into the store and bam, you're just hit with this wall of choices. Inkjet, laser, ink tanks, toner, it's a lot. But don't worry, today we're gonna settle the score.
Think of this as your personal ringside seat to the ultimate printer showdown. By the time we're done here, you are going to know exactly which technology is the champion for you, whether you're printing, family photos, a college paper, or a massive business report. So before we ring the bell, let's meet our two main contenders. In one corner, we have the precise and super colorful Inkjet, and in the other corner, the sharp and speedy laser. Now, they might look kind of similar on the outside, but trust me, how they work on the inside is a whole different story. Okay, first up, Inkjet. The absolute best way to picture this is to think of a tiny, incredibly accurate spray painter. You've got this print head zipping back and forth across the page, shooting literally thousands of microscopic droplets of liquid ink to create your picture or text.
So how does it actually do that? Well, in most home printers, a little resistor heats up the ink, which creates this tiny vapor bubble. That bubble expands like crazy and pushes a perfect little droplet of ink out of a nozzle and right onto the paper. And this happens thousands of times a second, building your entire print dot by tiny dot. It's pretty amazing.
Now for our second contender, laser technology. This is a totally different beast. Forget about liquid ink. Laser printers use a dry powder called toner. The best way to think about it is like a high-tech press that uses static electricity and heat to get the job done.
And the process itself is just fascinating. A laser beam literally draws your page onto a statically charged drum. That drum then rolls through all the powdered toner, and the toner only sticks to the parts the laser drew on. The paper then picks up that toner, and finally, a fuser unit, which is basically a hot roller, uses heat and pressure to melt and bond it to the page for good. That's why the pages always come out warm and they're instantly smudge-proof.
All right, now that we know the tech behind them, it is time for the main event. We're gonna have a 3-round face-off based on the things that actually matter when you're buying a printer. We're talking print quality, the true cost, and of course, speed and volume.
Let's kick things off with round 1, print quality. What does the final page actually look like? And honestly, the winner of this round really depends on what you're printing.
And right away, we see a really clear split. Inkjets are, without a doubt, the photo champions. Their ability to blend those liquid inks creates these stunning, vibrant photos with super smooth color transitions. Lasers, on the other hand, are the text titans. That toner process produces incredibly sharp, clean letters, which makes them absolutely perfect for professional documents. So the takeaway is simple. Printing photos, go Inkjet. Printing sharp text, laser has the edge.
Okay, moving on to round 2, the true cost. And this isn't just about the price tag you see on the shelf. No, it's about what you're going to spend over the entire life of the printer.
And here we have the classic trade-off. Inkjets are the initial bargain, right? You can grab one for less than $50 sometimes. But, and it's a big but, those cheap printers often come with super pricey ink cartridges that just don't last very long. Lasers cost more up front, but their toner cartridges can print thousands of pages, making them a way better long-term investment if you print a lot.
But wait, this is where the real story is. Just look at the cost per page. A color page from a standard inkjet cartridge, it can cost you around 20 cents. Ouch. Laser toner cuts that in half, to about 10 cents. That's better. But then, look at the absolute game changer, Inkjet ink tanks. These are the printers with the refillable reservoirs, and they drop the cost to a mind-blowing penny per page. 1 cent. That completely flips the whole cost equation on its head.
On to our final round, speed and volume. How fast can these things actually churn out pages, and how much work can they really handle before they tap out? So, traditionally, this round was an easy win for laser printers. They're the marathon runners built for speed and high-volume office work, easily hitting 40 pages per minute. Inkjets were more like sprinters, great for a quick job but much slower on those long documents. And here's a huge tip for reliability. If you don't use an inkjet very often, the print nozzles can actually clog up with dried ink. A laser printer, though, it can sit for months and print a perfect page on the very first try.
But hold on a second. Just when you thought laser had this round completely locked up, check this out. Modern business inkjets have totally changed the rules of the game. Some of these new models have print heads that are as wide as the page itself, so they don't even move back and forth. This lets them hit speeds of 70 pages per minute. Yeah, you heard that right. That's even faster than a lot of laser printers. The technology is evolving fast.
So, after 3 pretty tough rounds, who's the winner?
Well, the real winner is whichever printer is the perfect match for you. Let's break down the verdict based on who you are and what you actually print.
Okay, let's find your perfect match. Are you a photo pro? Somebody who needs flawless gallery quality color? An inkjet is really your only choice. Are you a student printing tons of black and white essays? A simple monochrome laser is an absolute workhorse. For a busy office, the speed, volume, and low text cost of a laser is still king. And for the average home user who needs that versatility, printing documents one day and photos the next, an inkjet with those new super cheap ink tanks is almost certainly your best bet.
So let's sum it all up. Your final checklist. Choose an inkjet if photos, amazing color, and maybe a smaller size are your top priorities. Choose a laser if you need razor-sharp text, high speed, and you print in high volumes. And the real game changer to remember, always consider an ink tank model. You get that beautiful inkjet quality without the crazy high cost of cartridges. It really is the best of both worlds for a lot of people.
And that's the final bell on our showdown. We've seen the strengths, we've seen the weaknesses, and we've seen the really surprising ways these technologies are changing. So what does the future hold?
Well, that's the big question, isn't it? With inkjets getting faster than ever and cheaper to run than we ever thought possible, the old rules just don't apply anymore. That really clear line that used to separate these two printing giants, well, it's getting blurrier every single year. The ultimate winner of this long battle might just be you. Thanks for joining me.